Welcome to this obituary for Franz Beckenbauer, the Kaiser. I suppose I wanted to start off talk about the injustice in post-war Deutschland when Franz was growing up. Like Detective Sergeant Moore, MOHR, who arrested Sophie Shaw, even though when she was asked to reply when she was sentenced to death, Sophie said to the hanging judge, "You will soon be standing where I am now." In other words, on trial. She was tried with high treason, demoralisation of the troops, and aiding and abetting them for a leaflet campaign in Sophie's stints in Munich University with Professor Kurt Huber many years ago. 1943 was an awful murder, Sophie Shaw's murder. But the contextualize of it is when Adenauer's government got in the 60s, they had what was called the Halston Doctrine, and they refused to have it diplomatic ties with anyone in the Eastern Bloc or any of their, I suppose, allies like Cuba or North Korean, or anyone like that. So, or they also refused to rescind the redundant mass belt borders down to the Oderness. So when Willy Brandt got into power, he increased war widows and orphans pensions significantly, and it was known as there you see the change from what was known as realpolitik to Willy Brandt's Neuostpolitik. So you see the type of society that Franz, remember when he beat Holland on his own, I mean, he was a great person, and you see perhaps President Wilson could have done things differently with the war. It could cause less injustice and less war later on, and being a bit more clement with the Wehrmacht and Kaiser Wilhelm II's men after. And there's also conspiracy theory that Hall Bolan means Hall British Offshore Warning Line. In fact, there should be 500-yard buoys for every mine, and the British hauled them in before the Battle of the Atlantic, so that was mind. Now, last thing is His Royal Highness Prince Philip VIII of Wales, married to Wally Simpson later on, worked hand and foot every day of his princeship of St James's Palace for the people of South Wales, the slums of South Wales, and he got an awful lot of stick off London Stock Exchange. He went to New York City in 1919 at the time of President Wilson's stroke, and he asked the mayor of New York City at the time, Mr. Hyland, who was an Irishman, would he go for dinner, and he was stiff. He didn't go for dinner. But of course, as Prince Edward said, political situation was very difficult at the time. That's all I've got to say for now. Thanks, Kaiser Beckenbauer, for looking over us this year. We had a great time at Olympia Stadium. Here's to another great year in FIFA.